Alright, today we're starting Knights of the Old Republic 2. We are playing with a few mods. We're playing with the Sith Lord Restored Content Modification. It's right there. It says it right on the screen. We're playing with the M478 or whatever droid planet that also works with this. And then we're doing like a reskilled UI stuff so that that doesn't look bad. We're going to be playing on difficult, but we're going to start here on normal for the tutorial section only, which we're going to include and do first. Let's get started here. I may have to redo the layout of the videos, move the camera around depending on what gets blocked. This seems to be optimal for at least one party member, but when we have multiple, maybe this covers up HP bars and I need to adjust the position slightly. We're being a consular, and then we're gonna go into Sith Marauder. So we're gonna be a weird hybrid. It should be fun. I was thinking we'd be this guy. He looks appropriate for a man who could go dark side, you know. Now our attribute spread's going to be a little basic, a little min-maxy in a very boring way. We're just going to take every skill to 14 except for strength. And the logic here is kind of twofold. One, this optimizes the amount of stats we actually get, because if you go up to 16, it costs more and you lose more stats in return. Two, kind of everything here is important for this game. Maybe less so strength and like dex, but you definitely want con. Skill points matter a lot more in 2 than they do in 1, and you're always doing Jedi stuff, so like wisdom and charisma are relevant. So I think this makes a lot of sense for what I want to do. This gives us 14 int, gives us what we want for int as well. And con is also connected to like the implants you can use, so having enough con to use implants is important. Like, I think it makes a lot of sense just to do this fairly flat distro. Skills are going to be weird. I kind of want to optimize access to every check in early game, as well as a few other things. So let's just go down the list. Computer use, we're going to stick a pin in. We can do this at level 2. We'll get to why we're doing that at level 2 in a second. Demo's cross-class, but we're going to put 2 points into this. It takes 5 points outside of combat to disarm the mines in Paragus, and you get +2 from int, and you get a belt that adds +1 pretty early. So I think by putting 2 points in here, we'll be able to get optimal XP gain on Paragus, and then we won't have to touch demo after this point, really. Awareness is useful for some dialogue checks. Persuade for some dialogue checks, obviously. We'll need repair for some things. Security and treat injury. It's worth pointing out that some of these are like trained skills, basically, where you don't get bonuses to these unless you already put a point into it. So it's kind of worth putting a point in always, just in case. Let the music finish its thing. Just in case we find ourselves in a situation where we have to use our main character's skill check specifically. I have notes on some particular thresholds to reach for like computer use and repair, but those won't come up for a little bit. And that should be it. That should work. For our feat then, like I said about computer use, we're doing that at level 2. The reason we're doing that at level 2 is we can make it a class skill here. When we go Marauder, this is still not a class skill, so this will give us access to computer use, which is used for the droids to optimize them as well. So I think it makes sense for us to lock this in here for our level 1 feat. I've already prepared a name. We are going to be a character with a appropriately Star Wars name, and we're not going to go silly like we do with KOTOR 1. We're going to be Cairn Rotsik. A man who sounds like he could be a dark side Star Wars character. Now, I say dark side. We're actually not going to start dark side. We're going to start light side so we can recruit Mira on Nar Shaddaa, and then we'll go dark side after that. It is a perilous time for the galaxy. A brutal civil war has all but destroyed the Jedi Order, leaving the ailing Republic on the verge of collapse. Amid the turmoil, the evil Sith have spread across the galaxy, hunting down and destroying the remaining Jedi Knights. Narrowly escaping a deadly Sith ambush, the last known Jedi clings to life aboard a battered freighter near the ravaged world of Paragus. Father of Broly. Now, you may have noticed that while I did mute that, we actually have the cutscene footage here this time natively in the video. The reason this works is because I'm doing display capture on OBS instead of my usual window capture. The downside being that if anything gets in the way of the game at any point, it comes up on the video. Like if I do, for instance, well, let's not touch that until we're until we're in control of a character here.
Multiple hull breaches detected. Proximity alert. The Ebon Hawk is adrift in space after a terrible battle. Most of its crew are dead or dying.
This like D&D-esque voiceover is fun.
In critical condition, you won't survive long without medical attention. The hyperdrive is damaged. Main power must be restored in order to bring the engines online and dock with the nearby Prologue mining station for much-needed repairs. Your fate and that of the Ebon Hawk depend upon T3M4, a lone astromech droid. Return to this location at any time to skip the prologue.
So yeah, we'll do the full prologue.
SD to move T3M4 and turn. Press caps lock to toggle first-person free look. Hold control to look about.
You could talk faster, tutorial voice. Yeah, so what I was saying before, because we're doing display capture, things like this can happen, right? My recording software shows up if I move it over, so I have it like tucked in the side of my monitor while I'm like on windowed mode here, because I do everything in a single monitor layout. I just find it, I have a widescreen monitor, so having a second one I don't have the space for, and would be somewhat redundant because there's plenty of monitor space. It is a large monitor. So yes, if anything weird happens with the recording, that's why I have to like crop the window down to the size it needs to be to record this and get the cutscenes without having to edit them in manually every time like I did in KOTOR 1. Yeah, hopefully nothing bad happens. And hopefully the camera position here above the HP bar here works. But I feel like we might need to slide it over slightly. Well, slightly that way from the perspective of the video. So that if the HP bars are here, under this part of the camera, they don't get blocked.
You have new quests. To view your quests, open the game menu, default, escape, and look in the journal, default, J.
I didn't want to talk over the dialogue, but like it immediately disappeared from the screen and the Steam is louder. Yeah, the UI is a bit different. We got the equipment loadout here with different equipment sets you can automatically switch between. Otherwise, it's the same equipment slots we're used to. The inventory especially looks like it'll be a little more usable. The inventory in KOTOR 1 was one of those things where I'm like, I didn't have the memory of it being kind of as bad as it turned out to be. This looks a little bit more usable with these different subcategories inherently here. We'll have to take a look at this though, once it actually starts to get full, if that's actually truly better. This is essentially the same screen. The character sheet and whatnot. Skills, yeah, see, if I move the camera over to try and like not block HP bars, it might result in me blocking skills on this menu. So we'll have to play around with that if that becomes a problem, but I think it'll be mostly viable. Party member selection, yeah, this doesn't really matter that much. Just a little pop-up for the character. Quest text. We have a side quest for the prologue to heal Cairn. In addition to the main Save the Ebon Hawk mission. This is, of course, completely skippable, which doesn't really change much. I think there's like one cutscene that changes very briefly as you like transition to the proper game itself, Ebon Hawk map, and the settings. So we'll leave that alone for now.
This room contains the class field cylinder and the communications console. To target one of these objects, move close to it, left-click on it, or press Q or E. Cycle through available targets. To interact with an object, first target it, and then left-click on it.
So yeah, maybe the sound could be a little bit better, because like maybe the voiceover should be higher. I mean, the sound effects I already turned way down, but like the voiceover here is so much quieter than like all this background noise. It's at least partially like seems to partially be based on like proximity of the camera too. Let's do that. There'll be probably some growing pains since the recording scheme changed.
Some of which will be locked. The computer spike you just picked up can be used at computer terminals to access functions, such as opening doors.
Alright, slice the system. Open the main hold containment door. That gets us further into the Ebon Hawk here. It's kind of a better tutorial than like what KOTOR 1 had, right? KOTOR 1 kind of dumped you into things a little bit more from what I remember. Like, you had a tutorial, but it mostly just threw you straight into combat. It didn't really tutorialize, like, use a spike to hack the computer, that kind of stuff, right?
You can hear a banging noise coming from the other side of the door to this storage compartment, but the door is sealed shut and cannot be opened from the outside.
Okay, we got a sealed door there. We got some bodies.
This old woman appears to be dead. There is a key card on the body that looks like it opens a locker somewhere. This blast door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened.
It feels like if I pan the camera when the narrator's talking, it actually changes the direction of the narrator audio. Like it's linked to some space in the real map, which is kind of crazy. Okay, we can open this.
This is the main hold. Your security skill is too low to open this.
Alright, we can bash. This is tutorializing broken items, which is a new mechanic in 2. Basically, a way to discourage you from just bashing every lock like you do in KOTOR 1. Broken items then become junk.
Sometimes bashing or blowing open a container will break some of the items in the container. But you can use even broken items. They can be turned into useful components at a workbench.
And yeah, they're talking there about how much crafting becomes a thing in this. Like, breaking down items, making new items is a big thing. Alright, computer system. We have 2 spikes. Let's slice. We got some cameras. Nothing too crazy to see here. We can close this door. Or open it. And then this garage door says, yeah, command failed, hull breach detected, opening the inner garage door, depressurize critical areas to open inner, close outer. So we have to close the outer, which allows us to open the inner, which is probably important for something. Display door status, yep. Alright, so that's that.
If you need help exploring the Ebon Hawk, access the map screen. This is the main hold.
So we can do the little side quest here. I did play part of this tutorial already while I was recording to like get things set up, and decided I didn't like it, so.
You are in critical condition. You will need a med pack to be stabilized.
I didn't like my recording, that is. Okay, med pack is here. This is like the last thing I did, playing around.
You have found med packs. You can use one to stabilize the condition of the human lying on the bed. The med pack can stabilize your condition.
Nah, I'm gonna let myself die. Treat injury, use med pack.
Success. You are stabilized. To recover fully, you will require the medical facilities at the Prologue mining station. But you are not in any danger of dying from your wounds right now.
Alright. I don't know if this XP carries over. Like, if you gain XP in this tutorial, is that actually a benefit? Is that like a reason to play it? Because it could be relevant, you know?
This blast door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened.
Okay, we got a cargo bay. Well, the cargo bay, you know.
This is the cargo hold.
We got combat training.
Sensor droids emerged from this box when you opened it. These droids will make for excellent target practice. Use the weapon from this container to attack the droids.
Okay.
You can equip a weapon from the equip screen. To open the equip screen, click on the blaster icon in the top right area of the screen, or press U.
I'm gonna let the dialogue play out. I might as well, you know. No reason to rush through it. Okay, weird that it required me to like move for the combat pop-up to happen. I'm not gonna read out all the tutorial.
To attack an enemy, left-click on the sword icon and press 1 to keep up to the work defeating the sensor droids. To continue combat training, open the metal box again, and more sensor droids will appear.
Yeah, I'm not gonna read out all the individual tutorial tooltips. I'll just let the voiceover play out when it's, you know, when they go through the effort of actually voicing it.
Use the key card you found to open the locker. The impact armor from this locker can be equipped on the equip screen. To open the equip screen, click on the blaster icon in the top right area of the screen, or press U.
Some of those sound effects sound kind of broken, but I don't know if they actually are. Or if it's just like a really bad loop that makes it sound like it's stuck.
The lock on this container is too difficult to open. You'll need to use a security tunneler to help open the lock. Look in the unlocked cylinder next to this one to find security tunnelers.
Yeah, I don't think...
If you encounter a difficult lock on a container or door, you can use a security tunneler on it to improve your chance of opening the lock.
I don't know if we ever use a security tunneler in KOTOR 1. They were kind of pointless. I skipped part of the dialogue there, but I didn't mean to. It's very sensitive. Alright, we got some stuff there. We have this droid here we need for some stuff. I'm going to leave him for a second, I think, and see what else we can do here.
This door is damaged and cannot be opened with your security skill or by bashing it. You will have to find and use an explosive trap to open this door. Take the lift outside the Ebon Hawk to find one.
Okay. Don't know why we would know there are mines out there, but, you know, sure.
There is a hull breach in the area beyond this door. Safety protocols prevent you from opening it manually. Try using the security computer in the main hold.
Okay, well, what about the other side?
This lift will take you to the outer hull of the Ebon Hawk, where you will find many parts and mines to use for accessing and repairing the hyperdrive. Use the lift controls to go up. This is the main hold. This blast door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened.
So did I mean, I did this. Oh, this is why you get the two droids, right? Yeah. Okay, so I guess we can do that.
This is the main hold.
Or we can go out first. It doesn't really matter probably what order we do those in, right?
This is the
Let's go
main
outside.
hold. This is the you can use this lift to take you to the out.
Okay, go outside. Save often, thank you. Yeah, who planted these mines on the hull and why? Okay.
Don't forget to explore the other side of the Ebon. This is the port side of the Ebon Hawk. The bubbles ahead indicate mines that you've detected automatically with your awareness skill. Some mines require higher awareness to detect. Approach mines carefully. They will blow up and damage you if you get too close. You can use your demolition skill to either disable or recover these mines. Recovering mines requires a higher demolition skill than disabling them. But you get to keep the mine, which you can then use to set as a trap for enemies or break down into components at a workbench.
Okay. We should save, of course, because of the tendency of KOTOR to you know, make you walk into things when you're trying to just go to them. Hopefully that's less of an issue in 2 versus 1. Okay, mines acquired. This also gives us a mine.
This missile to blow open the engine room door inside the Ebon Hawk. This will give you access to the hyperdrive. After you plant a mine, back away quickly so that you do not take damage.
Thank you, mysterious space voice. I appreciate your input. Quad lasers. Can I go to this? Apparently.
Okay. This is one of the Ebon Hawk's quad laser turrets. They are damaged, but you can scavenge some parts from it to use in repairing the Ebon Hawk.
Seems useful, I guess. I like that we're an astromech droid doing the astromech droid thing of being out here on the surface of the ship doing repair work type stuff. I can't loot this one.
This is the starboard side of the Ebon Hawk. This busted engine port has some needed parts for the Ebon Hawk's hyperdrive. Take the parts here back down below to get main power restored.
I know that you can, like, steal stuff from this in base game by, like, doing part of the tutorial and then doing the skip. The game doesn't take your inventory away if you do that. I believe that's patched in the restored content mod.
This open hatch has some parts that will be useful for getting main power restored.
Can I go this way? Ooh, exposed wiring.
These exposed wires control the door to the starboard dormitory. The door is currently sealed, but you can override it from here.
Override the door.
Success. The door is opened. You can now access the starboard dormitory through the garage.
Okay. What about down here? Anything? No. So we're not able to get to a second, like, quad laser or anything. That seems fine by me. Ah. Does the map... Oh yeah, the map kind of does show your accessible area. It actually has these little markers, surprisingly. Okay. And that's cool.
You can use the slip to take...
It's cool that they went through the effort of having, like, a unique mini-map with a surface there for the tutorial. Probably a struggle to rebuild following the war, plus some other stuff that I couldn't read in time. That should be... No, it should be this one that opened up.
This is the main hold. This blast door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened.
Wasn't the wires on this side of the ship from the top view? I mean, maybe it controls this other side of the ship.
This blast door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened. This is the cargo. Talking to other characters is much like using the computer console in the cockpit. Scroll through your response options or move the mouse cursor, and then click to select a response. Note that some responses may influence how other characters react to you, so choose carefully. Furthermore, certain skills, powers, and attributes may modify what choices you have, or how successful you are with those choices. 3CFD is malfunctioning. You can fix him by using a part. Luckily, you have already found one. If you repair 3CFD, he can join your party and assist you in repairing the ship.
Sounds good to me.
Success. You have fixed 3CFD. Now he will join your party.
Beep boop beep boop boop. Invite. Join me, robot. Together we will rule the galaxy.
He is now a member of your party. To change which party member you control, click on their portrait or press Tab. Later, when you have more companions, you can add and remove party members from the party screen in the game menu.
Okay, so this will block the the HP thing. Let me fix this. So yeah, the following information is a lie because I never actually updated the recording half of OBS. I updated the preview and I didn't propagate the preview to the actual recording. So the camera position's actually not fixed here. Okay, maybe that's a little bit better. It's still kind of, you know, somewhat behind me, but you can at least glimpse at it as long as I'm not like actively, you know, positioned in a way where my head is blocking it. I think that's a good compromise over not like taking up too much of the screen, but still having like the info there. I mean, I could also just not have the camera on, but like, I don't know, man. I just do it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do. I did it for 1, so I'm kind of inclined to do it for 2. Okay, so wait, I thought we...
To access the area
oh,
beyond
yeah.
this door,
This is the inner, not the outer door.
Solo mode, default V. Click the solo mode button at the bottom right area of the screen. While in solo mode, move 3CFD to the security computer to open the door for you.
Yeah, like, solo mode almost never came up in KOTOR 1. Like, you could use it to do stealth shit, but, like, you never had to. Plus, I don't think they ever really taught you about it. Here, they actually, like, do use it. Which is fun. Like... This could be relevant for a dungeon, actually using solo mode to like do some interesting things. Okay, we're here.
These sparking wires connect to the trigger mechanism for the inner and outer garage doors. You can open and close the doors from here.
Okay. Close the inner?
Door closed. Do you want to do an
Open outer?
door opened?
I guess I can bring the other droid through. Do I need to? Like, is that actually relevant?
When the Ebon Hawk has landed, this is where you will go to exit the ship. This is the starboard dormitory.
Okay, this is the one I opened from above. Which gets me more parts. Is there, like... And a flamethrower?
This is one of the special weapons that droids can use. To equip it, open the equip screen by clicking on the blaster icon in the top right area of the screen, or press U.
I don't know if any of this actually matters. Because, like, that... We didn't have to open this. Like, theoretically, that was completely optional content.
This is the garage.
Can I use the workbench here? Is this, like, relevant? Yes.
With the workbench, you can break down objects in your inventory into components. You can then use the components to create repair kits, weapons, armor, and upgrades. Because of the damage to the Ebon Hawk, this workbench has limited functionality. You can still use it to create a repair kit, which you can use to repair yourself. Use the workbench to break down the items you've found into components. Then use the components to create a repair kit.
Okay. Use the workbench to create a breakdown. Component cost 1, total components 2, in inventory 0. View breakdown items, we can break down a broken item. View creatable, repair kit, create item. But then I guess we probably should use it, huh? Look at me, I'm good again. Okay, now it's just the Ebon Hawk. So yeah, I don't know. I guess...
Do you want... Door? Do you want... Door? Do you want...
I don't know what the point of having that there is. Maybe it prevents some sort of soft lock? But, like, you're still stuck in here, right?
To access the area beyond this door, you will have to...
Like, you always have to have the second droid controlling stuff here. So it's kind of pointless, you know? Okay, we can get the repair here done. Set a mine. The flicking mouse while mine is selected. Yep. I understand.
This is the engine.
Oh my god, get away from it!
This is the engine room.
Okay.
The port engine is shut down, but appears intact. Fixing the hyperdrive will allow you to restore power to the port engine and bring primary power online. The starboard engine is badly damaged. Fixing it won't be possible until after docking with the Prologue mining station. The hyperdrive is suffering badly. You won't be able to make the jump to light speed until it is fully repaired, and you do not have the needed equipment here on the Ebon Hawk. However, you should be able to rig the hyperdrive to restore primary power and bring the port engine online. This will allow you to dock with the Prologue mining station for full repairs.
Rig it. 5 parts needed.
Success. The hyperdrive is online. Primary power is restored. Only one step remains. Return to the galaxy map in the cockpit and travel to Prologue.
Okay. I feel like I should keep this XP. I feel like I deserve that, you know?
This is the main hold. This is the cockpit.
Wait. Oh, skip prologue. I thought it said something else. I was like,
You can
what?
now plot a course to the Prologue mining station. To dock with Prologue, left-click on the Prologue planet to select it, and then left-click on the travel button.
Thank you, tutorial bot. Prologue travel. It's all nice and chewed apart there, of course, missing a big chunk of its surface. Wow, look at that cutscene. Just working. Beautiful. You don't have to edit this crap in later. What a frustration that always was. So I guess Paragus is like a Ceres-esque asteroid, like a large, but not planet-sized asteroid.
The storage compartment is being sliced. There is someone or something else alive on the Ebon Hawk.
Oh no, what could it be? Shocking. Alright. And that should put us on Paragus proper, the actual start of the game. Yep, there we are. Sleeping Beauty in a tank.
Awaken.
A mysterious voice in our head. Who could it be? Is that you, Jesus? Alright, there we are. We got our control of our proper character. We're in the game proper. We have nothing to show for it, but we'll start looting stuff. Why don't we end it here then? Keep the prologue as a dedicated episode, and we can start the game proper next time.